Hi crafters, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home. Today I'm going to try something I haven't really tried before. I've used this before, I don't know if you all know it, but it's cheap kids clay from Home Bargains. I have used it before personally, but it's air drying clay. So what I want to do is make some little bowls that we make ourselves. Now I couldn't decide which way to go with it, so I'm going to do a white one and then I'm going to mix a red and green one so that we can see how both come out. So it's really gooey to start with, but I mean I'm going to use the whole white so I can rip the packet, doesn't really matter. So this can be a little sweetie tray, or just to put some smellies in to get the Christmas smell. Little pots for your table at Christmas. There's so many different things you can do with it. Okay, so it's just I've used it before and it does come out amazingly well. So I am using these, they're pudding jars that you buy, goo I think they're called, and we're going to turn it upside down and we're going to wrap some cling film round because otherwise it will stick to the glass. If it sticks to the cling film, it doesn't matter, we can pull it off afterwards once it's dry. Can't really think it'll be harder. Okay, I didn't do that very well, did I? So all I'm doing is covering the jar just to make sure it doesn't stick to the jar. There we go. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just squeeze it over it now. I'm just going to stretch and keep going. If you go wrong, just fold it over and start again. Now I don't want this to be the whole depth of the jar. I don't want it to be that big, although I think it might be. Got a hole in the middle, so I'm just going to take a bit off the edge that I know I'm not going to need and stick that into the middle. There we go. Now this is great for moulds and things. So, oh, we've got another hole there. Let's just... There we go. We're just filling it in so that it's not... Obviously, it does get air bubbles. Okay, so then we're going to put it over there. Now we can see we've got all this spare that we can fit round here in places that we need a bit more. Again, we've got some extra here. Okay, just make sure you've got no really horrible thin bits. That's an extra bit as well. Try and make it, push it in as much as you can, because it's going to take on the mould. Actually, to be fair, it's covered most of it. I didn't particularly want it that deep, but let's do it anyway. So, I think I've got most of it round. Just going to do that. And now we're just going to let it dry. So we're going to set it aside and let it dry. Put it over there. And then we'll do the red and green. Judging by the white filling up the space, I don't think we're going to use a whole packet, but the thing about this is you have to put it airtight afterwards. So once it's open, you need to put it in like a grip seal bag or some kind of airtight bag. So I do keep it in the foil, even if it's broken like that, and then put it in a grip seal bag. So this is perfect red actually, isn't it? Definitely a Christmassy red. So again, cling film will do enough this time. I always used to say in my classes, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. There we go. Okay. Now how we're going to do this, if we could do it in like a weave. Tell you what we'll do. If we do the bottom, there's the red. And then we'll do the green. Oh, you can see me there. So what we'll do the green round and round. Just needs a little bit extra. Okay, so there's the bottom. Sorry, I'm doing this on... My idea was just to blotch it all over in, you know, red and green patches. Okay, so again we've got to now leave it to dry, so I'm going to put it to the side and let it dry, and I'll be back when they're dry and we'll see what happens. Hi, okay, so I've let them dry. What I didn't think about was if they dried too hard, they've gone round a little bit, but I think I can still get them off, she says. Okay, look pretty awful now and basic, but you know, I'm sure we can do something about that. Now I'm thinking I've got a little bit of material for this one. I'm just wondering if it can like gather around it. But I thought just this with a little ribbon. Now what ribbon do we want? So I've picked out a couple of different things we could use, and let's just go with it. I'm going to use Mod Podge Sparkle. It's Christmas, you have to use sparkle. I do want to Mod Podge this, definitely. Give it a quick stir. Let's not waste anything. So I'm just going to spread it out. Get a nice sparkle on there. Let's just pour some into the lid. To the inside. Now I know they don't look very grand right now, but you know, the point is what you do to it, so I'm hoping what I do to it will work. So fingers crossed, guys. This is hard actually because I can't see where the glue's gone. So I don't know if I've done it all. Okay. Obviously we'll be trimming it so that it all fits nicely. Let's do it one way at a time. Now, what do you think? That or just... Yeah, I do believe this might be better. And you know what? I'm going to use high-tack tape. I know I rarely do, but I think for this we need the high-tack. I'm just going to do it down the middle because I am going to stick the Mod Podge over it afterwards to protect it. So we don't need to cover the whole thing. Probably still done too much, but that's okay. So that's ready to go over the ribbon. I think what we'll do first is just, because we don't necessarily need it properly stuck down, it looks better a bit loose if you ask me. Okay, so I'm not going to take it all off, I just want to do it bit by bit to hopefully keep this in shape. So we just need to start it off like so, and then as we go round we'll make sure everything is going in shape as we go. That's the idea, so fingers crossed. Okay, while that's doing that, I'm just going to sparkle this one up. I don't know if any of you have used the Mod Podge. This is the normal sparkle, not the extra sparkle, but I love it anyway. Okay, so that's the first coat's done, and then we'll decide what we're doing with them. Don't be too disheartened right now, we'll be back. Okay, so I took my time and I've done a few coats. The last one's just drying. It's thickened it up nicely. The sparkle is coming off lovely. This one, I changed the beading because the other one was this one was too big and it covered up the entire thing, and I think it could look quite pretty. I know they're quite small, but you can fit so much in them. They're much tougher now they've had a few coats of Mod Podge. I was thinking you could do little pots of sort of cinnamon based potpourri or nuts. Yeah, maybe nuts at Christmas, or even put a candle in there. They're just nice little pots. This one, but still they're just nice little handy pots you can do whatever you want with, and it's just a nice extra little Christmas thing that's cost nothing really. You can do them bigger as well. I just use them pots because they're the ones I had handy. You can do them a lot bigger. You could do little plates. If you use a big bowl, put the cling film over and just go over so that there's nice little plates, that kind of thing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.